Witch Hat Atelier is back, and we are doing episode 9 today. I'm so excited, I'm so excited, I'm so excited. Last week, I believe last week is the week that Qifrey decided to erase Nonoa's memory of the situation because he was about to be caught, and that was that's very naughty. It's very bad, Qifrey. But at the same time, you know, I understand why you have to do it. This is getting really interesting. This show is so engaging every week, and I can't wait to watch more. So we're not gonna waste a ton of time on this intro. I'm just gonna ask kindly if you could support the video, liking the video, commenting down below, subscribing to the channel. Go to my Patreon account if you want the full-length reaction, and you can also get early access for certain shows, exclusive videos. Like right now, one of the only ways to watch my latest One Piece reactions is on my Patreon account, since YouTube's been having copyright issues with One Piece recently. But yeah, anyway, so also make sure to check out my Naruto reactions, which are very good, and we are 10 episodes ahead on Patreon, so go check that out. Let's jump into this Witch Hat Atelier episode 9.
Here to pick up that conjuring
A nightmare stained in black.
Yes. There's no way Grandad could have missed it.
Mm-hmm.
Was the real reason Grandad forgot? Or perhaps he is the reason.
Mm-hmm. Kind of wild he didn't relieve Tata of his memories as well. But I guess Coco was there.
Grasping wind seal wasn't quite right.
So I thought I'd try making it stronger, but I guess I overcorrected.
How about, I mean, you twist an apple when you pick it, right?
Oh,
Never thought.
that's a good idea.
Sign.
That trial and error process is what makes repeating lessons valuable.
Yeah, it's like
You mustn't
science.
thoughtlessly out of
Couldn't have said it better. You're an excellent teacher, Master Atelier.
I'm blasting stab, but not really. You're welcome to keep going if you.
Whoa, nice. That's of
Are
course
you in
I
any
get.
position to be instructing others? If you know what it takes to improve, then perhaps.
Whoa,
you
look at
should
her
do so
outfit.
yourself.
Agot's outfit is so cool. I don't know why, and so is Qifrey's.
A total of 5 stupid tests that don't matter. As if such drivel helps you draw.
The tests, the 3 wise ones considered this and devised tests that people would want to take.
Interesting.
Thrilling adventures in the outside world.
Right. Okay, that's an interesting idea.
To earn the permission to become an apprentice.
That's the Dada range test.
Second, the sincerity of the shield.
I'm not gonna write
Walk
all these
beside
down.
your master with devotion. The query of the key vive, to prove
Okay.
your path worthy. Fourth, the goodwill of her grace, to grant a wish and stand alone.
To grant a wish.
Finally, to now become the teacher yourself. These make up the pentacle of proving.
The pentacle
Each
of
forward
proving.
step you take on this path, no longer in need of tutelage. Pass the 3rd test, and you may take on the Tower of Tones.
Right, so she needs to do the 3rd test.
This person does the thinking, and that person gets thanked. One spell of gratitude, 2 happy people. Better than that, no way. 2 birds,
She's so
one
cute.
stone, 2 toes, just like the test. Another reason I'm excited to grow up is so I can design myself a cap with 2 points on top.
Oh my god. Can you do that?
You do get to choose your own cap.
That's
when
why
you're
her hair's
full-fledged
like
witch,
that.
It's true.
Tests are the worst, huh?
Oh.
They're annoying. I hate being told what to do and
Are we
need to
gonna
draw
have-
spells I don't want to draw.
Are we gonna have some Riche focus
You
in these
only draw the
episodes?
spells you want to.
This feels like they're setting up for
That's
some
fine
Riche
with me.
focus.
For things you don't want to do, then I'd rather stay as I am.
Oh.
I'm going inside.
She has such a unique voice.
And then I'll become a librarian in the tower.
You want to be a
Does
librarian?
growing up have to happen so slowly?
That's kind of cool.
Ascended from an apprentice to the 3 wise ones. The head is always a librarian. What was
Oh.
it called? House Arklum, I think.
Yeah, Arklum.
So Agot wants to
I
get
got
to the Tower
Arklum.
of Tomes as well. Well, my journey started in a different place than yours. My path is laid out for me.
Mm-hmm. You just want to save your mum.
Anyway,
Which in turn grants you the power to use them. Power thus acquired will never betray you.
Oh. Oh man, that was a long cold open.
and it's so It's not night already, is it?
Coco. Coco.
Oh no. Oh. Hearing her voice quiver like that.
Just could.
And yet, I warned you, didn't I? Normal people can't use magic.
Jesus.
But it's fine, because you didn't mean to, did you?
We'll have nothing to do with the Brimmed Cap, sir.
There are certain things that certain people just can't.
Man, she's going through so much
Exceptions
trauma.
cannot be...
This music is fucking awesome. Oh, the little ink thing.
what your avarice, as you will be when the world falls apart!
Jesus, man. Poor girl. Lucky you have a brush buddy to help you. Oh, good boy.
Oh, Master.
You're still awake.
I wanted to
Qifrey
keep working.
Work
was
wisely
really
and honor your limits.
blocked,
Right.
shocked.
Off to bed.
Yeah, he's doing something sneaky.
I see.
That was her way of being nice, I think.
Helps you remember
I got saying I see
power.
was like
how much more drawing
empathizing
I
with
have
you.
to do.
Whoa! That was fucking crazy.
So long now.
He just like
So very,
boarded up the wall.
so long have I waited for this day.
Are you doing it now?
When the three wise fought them on it to the bitter end. Their twin bottle spell, which was lost to the world when their memories were taken,
Oh.
to be transferred to another through a seal inscribed metal, so the concoctions they needed would always be accessible.
That makes sense.
Delicate, lost ironically to all but the Brimmed Caps.
Hmm.
For you are the only connection I have to them.
That's so cool. That's
I won't
such
touch
cool
the
lore.
conjuring ink yet, but can I remove it without being detected?
Hmm.
That metal is tied to them, were I but to place it inside a guidance orb. Its components, its owner, the tiniest of hints, leading the way to the greatest of discoveries.
Is it transparent? Oh shit! It's trapped?
A lightning spell! I'm caught already!
Oh! That's so sick!
Water! No!
Oh my god, of course it has to be water. His biggest ally and his greatest weakness.
Careless. I can't use spells underwater.
Yep. Oh, and the lightning? That's so fucked! Jeez, man. Okay. Didn't kill him, though. Feels like it could have killed him. Oh, shit! The Brimmed Cap is here. Oh, fuck! And you've locked yourself in here, Qifrey.
I will get back what was taken from me.
Oh.
What a shame.
Jesus, man. The way he disappears like that. I guess they're using forbidden magic, so he can just teleport. I didn't even think about that. I was like, oh, what thing did he use? But
Synchronized yawns. You keep doing that. Both of you transform into magic knights and do battle with your foes.
Transformation spells are forbidden.
And good food. Master Ollie says so too.
If you don't get good sleep in your youth, you'll pay for it in your old age.
Want some, Master?
yeah, he's not in a good state today.
Leave the tea to me.
Oh, jeez, man. You're not in a good state.
Master.
I'm still numb from the lightning.
He's suffering alone,
But I'm afraid
man.
my slippery fingers have ruined the last of our herbe tea. Work on your primers while I'm gone, everyone.
I think someone needs to help Qifrey.
Oh, and leave
Where's
the
his
rest of the
boyfriend?
up later.
Where's the watchful eye? Oh,
Master's
Rugio,
acting
right?
Strange. Rest.
Could I talk to you?
Hmm?
Here.
Did you make the shoes again?
Sylph shoes you borrowed.
Getting the seal just right was no simple task.
Oh, that's awesome.
If they're hard to fly with, feel free to redraw them.
Oh,
What's all this about?
she's your friend.
What are you plotting exactly?
She's your friend.
I'm confused, Herb. I was the one who forced you to take it, and yet you never revealed that.
Yeah, you
Master
didn't say
Qifrey.
that.
After protecting me like that, you've even fixed my self shoes. For what reason? What are you trying to accomplish?
She's your friend.
I stood at the base of those mountains, and I decided that I would try. It was me. I'm the one who wanted to prove I could do it.
And she has
I wanted to overcome the trial with my own magic.
more confidence in herself as a witch now because of that.
Hopeless.
That I've been dwelling on it all this time for no reason.
Oh.
That's just... Coco!
Oh, are you okay? Are you just tired? Please tell me you're just tired. By the way, Madeline Morris is such a good voice actor. I know I keep saying it, but my gosh.
I wonder if they noticed. They're smart children, so it's possible.
Yeah,
If this gets out, it's all...
of course they noticed. You were being very
Can't allow
different.
that to happen. You'll keep my secret, won't you, Papa? You don't much care for the name, then? Oh, I thought it was rather charming myself. Puff, puff.
What the fuck is...
Perhaps.
He's about to be attacked? Oh, shit! What? It's a god. Why is... Oh, because Coco's in trouble. That's why you came back.
You were going so...
It's because the signs are too long and it's throwing the casting seal off balance.
Really?
Oh, there's an emergency! It's Coco!
Oh.
We're off to the hospital in Calm.
Go. I'll
Okay.
watch the Atelier.
Are we gonna see a magic hospital?
If you girls need anything,
Whoa. You're gonna surf there? Wow, look at that. That's so
hold
cool.
on, Coco. The fever's getting worse. She needs to see a doctor soon.
Man, if you could use healing magic, everything would be fine.
I've got you now.
Oh, is Tata gonna, like, try to figure out what happened with Qifrey?
People who know little always have a lot to say.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Tata, can you show me the way to the hospital?
Oh, you
don't
don't even
know this
know
area
where it
well.
is. I hope you're not getting lost here, Tata.
Thank you.
Okay.
Of course, she'll be well cared for.
Clearly, you're quite an observant young man.
Yeah.
You must look at
So
things
what
very
did you see the other day?
You know, since you're here, I have something to ask.
Oh, I'm so scared for you, Tata. Don't get your memories erased. Is this the end of the episode? Oh, fuck, man. Man, oh, incredible episode as always. It flew by, man. It's just like the episode ends and I get so immersed in this show, I think. Like, maybe more than almost any other show that I watch. Like, I think... okay, if I think about the other show that I'm watching right now, which speeds the fuck by, it's One Piece, right? One Piece every week. Like, the episode starts and it feels like 2 minutes passes and the episode ends. But also with One Piece, I'm, like, engaging with, like, the show from a meta sense so much where I'm just like, oh, they're doing this finally. There's this cool plot point, blah, blah, blah. Like, all of this. Like, I don't think I'm as immersed in One Piece. I think I just fucking love it, you know? This show, I get dragged into this world. And I feel like I'm fully within it, which, like, I think, you know, with me as a viewer of media, I watch a lot of media, and I think I'm okay at, like, getting immersed, but I like media, like, despite the fact that I don't get immensely, like, immersed where it doesn't, like, fully drag me in. I always still feel like I'm, you know, outside of it, but loving watching what's inside. But there are certain things where, like, I get so absorbed with it that I get, like, pulled in, and I'm like, I feel like I'm really in it. I think like recently, Project Hail Mary, when I went to watch that in cinema, that movie immersed me quite a lot as well. Like I really felt like I was in that movie as well. But yeah, that's really cool because it's like this episode didn't feel necessarily as quick as a One Piece episode does to me, but it did. Like, it felt like waking up from a dream. You know when you wake up from a dream and it's like, it feels like I've been in another world for years, and at the same time, it feels like I just fell asleep and I just woke up. Like, your perception of time is so wrong in that space of time that you were asleep. That's what watching an episode of Witch Atelier feels like to me, where I'm like, I was a different person for a bit there. I don't know what happened. And that's beautiful because it means the show's done such a great job at like making it feel magical, keeping it interesting, nailing the pace, and like making us love these characters. It's hitting on every level for me. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff in this episode. I mean, I had quite a lot of notes this episode. So there were a bunch of tests. I didn't even write down all the tests and I still have a lot of notes, but there are 5 tests and Coco's done 1 of them. You don't need to do the 5th test unless you want to be like a full instructor, someone who actually takes on apprentices. And so basically to do what Coco wants to do, which is go to the Tomb of Tomes or whatever, she has to do the 3rd test. That's the important one. And so she's already a third of the way there. And I think it's really interesting the idea that he said, which is like, he was like, magic is supposed to be something that makes people happy, and so it felt counterintuitive to make tests that people like dreaded if we're supposed to be making people happy. Like, you would be making mages sad by giving them really annoying tests. So instead they tried to make the tests things that they wanted to do anyway. Which is a really interesting idea. I think also this plays into like a major flaw in the world, like I mean, not a major flaw in terms of writing, a major flaw in terms of this is an intentional flaw from the writer, I think. That like this is a very stubborn system. And the stubborn system that was created by the 3 wise ones, it seems like the 3 wise ones sounds like they were very stubborn people. And I think the further we get into it, the more we see that their stubbornness makes it so that some things that feel like like intuitively they would make sense otherwise, like they've tried to stick to their guns so much that they're blocking out a huge part of magic which shouldn't be blocked out. What I mean by this, because that was a garbage sentence, is that I think like when we create laws in our world, you know, even though there's a lot of problems with the way that laws are in our world, and there's like so many flaws with it, the point of them is we write them in such complex ways as to try to account for everything. And where you can't, you make it slightly general, but you specify it seemingly as much as you can in laws, so that you can still be able to find the relevant law, but also that there is a relevant law where it needs to be relevant. And why this is important is because it allows for us to actually know when something is right or wrong. The problem with it is like it's so complicated. There's so much shit that's why you need like courts and stuff to constantly be deciding what's right or wrong, and they could go either way. Because there's like so much stuff, but that's how complicated the world is. The world is very complicated. It seems like in Witch Atelier, these 3 wise ones tried to be like, let's not make this complex. Let's make this as simple as possible so that people know, like, undoubtedly what's forbidden and what's not. But the problem with that is like you're just forbidding a whole lot of stuff. Like a lot of things are getting caught in the crossfire, right? Like, they wanted to be like, okay, we need to make sure that, like, people can't do stuff on other people. So we're going to make forbidden magic things that affect the body. And it's just a general rule. An absolute, complete general rule. And then the problem with that is that, like, you know, stuff like healing magic, you can't use it. Instead of being like, okay, so generally you can't use stuff to be on the body, but here are a bunch of clauses where you can. And they have the one clause, which is the memory stuff, but that's only because that was 100% necessary for them to do everything that they needed to do. They couldn't start this, like, this revolution and be like, oh, but the first thing we did was forbidden. So they have to actually say, like, everything's forbidden except this one thing that we needed to do to do all of this. Yeah, with that being said, like, the, like, what a law would do is say, like, magic that harms people is forbidden, and magic that affects the body, is forbidden unless, like, and then you go through a list. Like, maybe it would be, like, unless you were a certified medical professional, you were then, allowed to use medical magic, aka healing magic. If you were a you know, licensed transport magician, you were able to use you know, transport spells that would safely be able to teleport another person to, like, whatever. And then you have safety laws around that, you know, like, that's how you would do it. But I think with this world, they want the three wise ones wanted to simplify it as much as possible, and in doing so, there's a lot of things in the world that have been hurt by that. There's also, like, less ambiguity to it, but you have problems with it, like what's shown in this episode, where he says, like, if I understood it correctly, the healing magic mages were like, don't do this because we need healing magic and we need this stuff to help people, and the wise ones were too stubborn about it. And they also were like this spell, the twin bottle spell, is like a really important spell, and we're the ones who know how to do it because we're the ones that, like, made this spell. And then, like, they were like, nope, fuck off. But, like, the twin bottle spell, I don't think is forbidden magic. I think it's called the twin bottle spell. If I'm getting it wrong, I apologize. But I don't think it's forbidden magic, but I think it's just that the people who knew it had their memories erased without that knowledge being passed on. So because of that, the Brimmed Caps are the ones who know that spell, which is a problem with the way that they did things. Like, this is an extremely useful spell that a lot of people could use, and yet the only people who use it are the ones who shouldn't have it, you know, the ones who are going to use it wrongly. So yeah, it's like, it's really interesting to see, like, a lot of the ways that they're setting up their laws. It feels like they're setting them up in such a way that the Brimmed Caps, like, are actually, you know, more powerful because we don't have ways to counter them as much. And it's like what I was talking about in the last video as well, like, because of the way that they seem to do things, they're erasing a lot of people's memories whenever they have any problems with the Brimmed Caps. And so because they're erasing people's memories, we're not getting any information about the Brimmed Caps, so we can't catch them, you know? Like, it feels like the wise ones are the biggest enemy of themselves. And I keep calling them, I keep saying the wise ones are because I don't really know much about how the greater world works, and in this episode they mentioned the wise ones, so, like, I'm going off of that, but maybe they aren't the people I'm talking about. But it seems like they are the ones who have made it so difficult to, like, take down their opponents because they're very stubborn on their rule set, right? And I think this show has done a great job at showing, like, this is the way the world is, and, like, it was created like that with seemingly good intentions, but those good intentions don't mean it's necessarily the right thing to do. I think the world has shown that quite a lot. Like, for the fact that, you know, someone like that Coco was able to accidentally petrify her mother, and then, like, the official solution to it would have been, well, she's petrified now. Let's erase Coco's memory so that not only did she petrify her mother, but she also will lose a lot of memories of her mother and lose her mother completely altogether. And we're not going to fix it. Like, that was what the official solution was going to be if Qifrey didn't break the rules to bring her into the wizarding world. So like we're seeing so many issues with the way this world is, even though it's built from a place that I like, an optimistic place of like magic is to help people. That's what its goal is, and it's supposed to make people happy. So we're going to use magic to make people happy. So that's why this world building is so engaging, because it's the sort of world building that like it almost feels like the base level of world building is the type of world building you would do in a kids show, you know, like a My Little Pony. I don't know, like I'm only saying My Little Pony because like I have a thing on my Patreon account where people can request if they pay for the highest tier, they can request for me to watch an episode of a TV show of their choice. And so because of that, I've had my first exposure to like My Little Pony episodes. And like just the idea of like friendship is magic, like that idea, right? Like it's this idea of very, very simple, like if you were good, if you were happy, things come out well. Like it feels like the base level of Witch Hat Atelier is that kind of world building. But then what Witch Hat Atelier does is go, but this isn't a kid's show. We're going to go deeper into it and show how fucked up it can be here and there. But here's what makes it really work for me. Okay? It doesn't do it pessimistically, at least in my eyes, in that I don't watch this show and feel distraught and feel like everything is bleak. I feel like the optimism in this show stands out. Like you have a show where you have the world is built on optimism, right? And the show is diving deeper into why that's a problem. And yet the main character is still an incredible optimist who's like adorable, and we don't want to lose that from her. And I think that is important, because I think there's so much media now that seems to subvert the idea of like, here's something fun, let's subvert it and show you how it's fucked up, you know? And I like the idea of that, but I tend to get tired of it, because I'm a very optimistic person myself. I tend to get tired of it if they keep going too far into the bleakness of it. For me, I want you to dive into that stuff, but still keep optimism there, you know? Like, this is the thing with like The Boys and Invincible and stuff. Like those are examples of it, where it's like those series are about like here's a, you know, a hero world, a world of heroes, a world of these, you know, these superheroes and supervillains or whatever. But like, what if actually, you know, that we made it more fucked up? You know, people's heads explode, people's eyes come out, people gouge out each other's eyes or tear off each other's heads or do all of that. And then like, what if it's, you know, what if we deal with all of these really dark themes within these hero worlds, right? So that's like the sort of the basis of those series. And I tend to start those series and go like, I love this, you know? Like I watched the first few seasons of Invincible, I watched the first few seasons of The Boys, and I'm like, this is great. But then like as it goes on, like, and I'm not talking about the writing quality dropping. I know for some people, like they'll be like, well, yeah, those shows, or mostly The Boys, has had like a huge dip in quality. That's not really what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like the shows as they go on, they keep that tone going. And I feel like I get detached because I'm like, I don't even know what I'm fighting for anymore. Like, I don't even know why I want to watch this, because I'm not watching this to see something fucked up. Like, I'm okay with seeing things fucked up, but that's not why I'm watching this. I want to watch this to follow and care about these characters deeply and see them eventually pull themselves out of this or win or get little victories. And so like I tend to fall off of those shows, even when like I think I feel like Invincible, from what I saw, I haven't seen the latest season, and I don't think I will, but like I think Invincible seems like it was getting better in quality in terms of the writing quality and the story, how the story was going. I do think it was getting better in quality, and yet I still was like, yeah, I don't really want to watch it anymore. I sort of just took a step back from it, you know? And The Boys, I just did, like, that was kind of feeling like it was taking a dip in quality, but also I didn't feel like watching it anymore. And so I didn't watch like half of the season before this one, and I didn't watch this whole final season. I've seen a lot of people posting about it, but I haven't watched any of it. But like, you know, then you also have stuff like My Hero Academia, and I know people have their own problems with My Hero Academia. For me, I love that series, and part of what I love from it is it can be so incredibly dark, and it doesn't shy away from that darkness, while also the overall tone is optimistic. The overall thing it's fighting for is beautiful, and I really, really love that as a concept, you know? Like, Deku as a protagonist, he's fighting for what's right, and he will like pull himself out of the darkness to make sure that the right thing comes to light, and other people will pull Deku out of the darkness to make sure that the right thing comes out of him. And I think like that show just has the perfect tone to me, like absolutely perfect. So yeah, Witch Hat Atelier for me is like writing that line so perfectly, and I think Coco is key to that working right now. I think for her, like, if she wasn't the protagonist, I know, like, some people may not like Coco as much as I do. I love Coco, but like, to me, this show doesn't work nearly as well. It has 50% of its power with Coco not as the protagonist. Not because Coco is 50% of the quality of this show, but because the other things in my mind are propped up by the themes that Coco encourages. But that's just to me. That's to my own taste. But you're watching this video to see my opinions on this stuff. So I feel like I don't have to say that necessarily. But I will anyway. It certainly, that's my view of the situation. I haven't looked down at my notes in a while, and I have a lot of notes. It's very funny though that the Brimmed Caps, like, I saw him like disappear in that teleportation spell, and my immediate thought was like, oh, how did he do that? Maybe his cloak somehow could do a certain thing. And then I was like, no, he probably just used a teleport spell on himself. Like, these motherfuckers can use forbidden magic. They're just gonna be like doing, and that's the thing, like, how do you fight against these guys? Like, they can just teleport themselves. They can just transform themselves into whatever. They can just use magic to directly hurt you, you know? All of that stuff is, I'm just thinking, is the lightning, because there was a lightning spell set up in that bottle, right? Is that forbidden? Is it forbidden to, because you're not, I can't tell, right? Because like, because you're not putting that seal on the person, but it is hurting a person. So I don't know. Because like, my thought is like, you know that fire spell that they used as like a campfire, right? If you use that fire spell, that's not forbidden magic. But what if you like picked it up and went, I'm burning you, you know? Like, I know that would be probably against the law. That's assault. But we're not talking about the law. We're talking about the rules of magic. Is that forbidden to do that? Or is it like, well, no, it's not forbidden magic. It's just against the law. You're more likely to end up in jail for that rather than end up having your memories erased. I'm guessing. And so is that the same thing with the lightning? Because you're not affecting someone's body. Now, if you put a seal onto a person's body to like defibrillate them, that would be forbidden, I imagine. But if you're just doing it into a bottle and the lightning is just, hey, it just happens to be coming out and shocking you, I don't think that's forbidden. I'm pretty sure. Man, that was so cool though. I'm so scared about Tata. I hope he doesn't get his mind erased as well. It's because that's a really dangerous thing. Like, you're confronting the person who erased Nono's memories. Like, oh man, you're in trouble. All right. Well, I was about to stop, but there's one more thing I wanted to talk about, which is the fact that Coco and Agot had that talk with one another, and I really liked that talk where she was like, I fix your shoes, and then Agot is like, what is wrong with you? Why why are you doing all of these things for me when I did like a horrible thing to you, and you haven't ratted me out once, you haven't done anything, like you've constantly just been protecting me, so why have you been doing that? And I think that like it's a really important talk, because I have seen a lot of people talk about the about Agot sending her out to the Dada range. But I really liked the way in this episode they show what Coco felt about it, which is like, in her mind, she was like, yeah, you sent me out there and got me to do it, but I could have just sat at that tree. Like, they went and when they went to find her, they went and picked her up at that tree. There was no immediate danger in the Dada range. Like, there was no animals that were coming to kill her or whatever by the looks of it. So because of that, if she had just been like, wait, I can't do this, and she just sat there, it would have been fine, you know? It doesn't mean that Agot was right to do what she did. Of course not. But, like, from Coco's perspective, she was like, you didn't make me do this. You put me in this position, and then I wanted to prove myself, so I did it. So, like, in her mind, when Qifrey is saying, like, you need to make sure you never do that again, like, I don't think Coco was thinking like, well, it was Agot who did this, but I'm going to defend her. I think Coco was thinking, I did make this decision. I was the one who put myself in danger. And so I'm the one who should be getting this lecture, you know? And I think that's really interesting and makes a lot of sense, because also in her mind, she did do it. And she did it by herself, and she proved herself. And she's like, if I wasn't able to do that, I don't think I'd be as confident a witch right now. I don't think I'd have any trust in myself. She already doesn't have much trust in herself. She might not have any, because she would feel like she's still being babied, you know? She would feel like people are still like putting the training wheels on her bike. And so she, like, even when she's riding the bike perfectly, she never knows if she actually, you know, would be keeping up with other people if it wasn't for the training wheels. So, yeah, because of that, I think she sees Agot as having done her a favor, even if it was out of spite, and feels no animosity towards her. I also think she's just an adorable person who doesn't like, you know, hold grudges against people very often. And that's why I love her, man. She's so great. Coco is so great. So yeah, that was an amazing episode, and we got a lot of world building, a lot of great stuff, and I can't wait for more. I just can't wait. So that is Witch Hat Atelier episode 9. Thank you for joining me. Make sure to support this video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account if you want the full-length reaction, early access, and exclusive videos. I will see you next time. Goodbye.